Question number 141. Match the columns and select the correct option. And in column 1, type of neurons are given, and in type 2, location of these neurons are given. The very first option given in column 1 is multipolar. And multipolar neurons, they usually have one axon and multiple dendrites. And these multipolar neurons are found in cerebral cortex. So A goes with third option in column B. The second option given in column 1 is unipolar. And unipolar neurons have cell body with only one axon. And these unipolar neurons are found in embryonic stage. So B in column 1 goes with 4 in column 2. The next option given in column 1 is bipolar, and bipolar neurons have one axon and one dendrite, and these are found in the retina of eye. So third option in column 1 goes with first option. C in column 1 goes with 1 in column 2. The last option given is pseudo-unipolar, and pseudo-unipolar neurons have single process which divides to form an axon and dendrite, and these are found in dorsal root of ganglion of spinal cord. So D in column 1 goes with 2 in column 2. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2, A with 3, B with 4, C with 1 and D with 2. So the correct answer is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 142. Consider the following symptoms, and the symptoms given are low blood sugar, weight loss, low plasma sodium level and high plasma potassium level. The question is, in which of the following disorder are above mentioned symptoms observed? Now the above mentioned symptoms are observed when there is deficiency of glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids, and the disease is termed as Addison's disease. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1. In Addison's disease, which is caused due to deficiency of glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids, exhibits the given symptoms. Let's discuss the other options also. The second option given is Cushing syndrome, and Cushing syndrome is caused due to the hypersecretion of cortisol hormone, and this is an incorrect option because it doesn't exhibit the following symptoms. The next option given is Conn syndrome and aldosteronism. This Conn syndrome is also known as aldosteronism, and these options are incorrect because Conn syndrome or aldosteronism is caused due to the hypersecretion of aldosterone. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1. Let's discuss our next question. All of the following features are used to differentiate between extensor muscles of human back with red muscle fibers and eyeball muscles with white muscle fibers except. So you need to find out that which option doesn't differentiate between red muscle fibers with white muscle fibers. The very first option given is amount of myoglobin. So first write here red muscle fibers and white muscle fibers. Now, the very first option given is amount of myoglobin, and based on this we can differentiate between red and white muscle fibers. So this is an incorrect option because red muscle fibers have high myoglobin content in comparison to white muscle fibers. So this is an incorrect option. The next option given is number of mitochondria, and this is also an incorrect option because based on this also we can differentiate between red muscle fibers and white muscle fibers. Higher number of mitochondria are presented, red muscle fibers in comparison to white muscle fibers. They have low myoglobin content as well as number of mitochondria is also less in white muscle fibers in comparison to red muscle fibers. The next option given is presence of striations, and based on this we cannot differentiate between red and white muscle fibers because both these muscles are skeleton muscles. Both these are skeleton muscle fibers and both exhibit striation. So this is the correct answer to our question. Our next option given is main method used for generating ATP, and based on this also, as we can differentiate between these two muscle fibers, so this is an incorrect option because red muscle fibers carry out aerobic oxidation, whereas white muscle fibers, they generally carry out anaerobic oxidation. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 144. Identify the hormone with its correct match with respect to source. The very first option given is vasopressin, and vasopressin, also known as ADH or antidiuretic hormone, is secreted from hypothalamus but released from posterior pituitary gland. So the first option, vasopressin and the source is anterior pituitary gland, is an incorrect match. The second option given is cortisol and the match given is zona fasciculata of adrenal gland, and this is a correct answer to our question because zona fasciculata of adrenal gland is the source for cortisol hormone. The next option given is erythropoietin and the source given is liver, and this is an incorrect match because erythropoietin is produced from JG cells in kidney and is responsible for erythropoiesis. The next option given is thymosin and the source given is thyroid gland, and this is an incorrect match because thymosin is a hormone which is produced from thymus gland and not from thyroid gland, and this thymosin hormone is responsible for the differentiation of T lymphocytes. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 145. As compared to sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, we know that sympathetic nervous system acts antagonistic to parasympathetic nervous system. If the sympathetic nerve endings excite a particular organ, the parasympathetic usually inhibits it. Although there are some exceptions like erector pili, in which sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system do not act antagonistic. It has no role in it, where sympathetic nervous system causes erection of hairs, also known as goosebumps. Now let's discuss the options. The very first option given is dilates pupil, and this is an incorrect option because sympathetic nervous system dilates pupil and not parasympathetic nervous system. The next option given is causes goosebumps, and this is also an incorrect option as we have just discussed. Parasympathetic system have no role in it. It is the sympathetic nervous system that leads to erection of hair by acting on organ called erector pili. The next option given is inhibit salivation, and this is also an incorrect option because parasympathetic nervous system will stimulate salivation. The next option given is contracts urinary bladder, and this is a correct answer to our question because sympathetic nervous system relaxes urinary bladder, whereas parasympathetic system contracts urinary bladder. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question.